here's what I did this week on the farm. It was pretty hazy conditions this week from the fires in Central Oregon and Washington. So I tried wearing a mask most of the time. I had these N95s and the straps didn't like the heat, I guess, and they all snapped within like a day and a half. So I was using some cloth masks after that. The Aurora market was canceled this week because of the smoke and also the general heat advisory, but I did harvest for my candy market on Saturday. And my week 8 CSA pickup on Thursday. This week for my CSA harvest, I harvested bok choy, baby lettuce, basil, and kohlrabi, and the recipe was plum sauce chicken and bok choy. I did a bit more aisle weeding and mulching with Elizabeth. We finished off the pile of wood chips that I got a few weeks ago when we finished up the third aisle of mulching. And then the day after we finished that up, I got a new delivery of wood chips from Chip Drop, which is very exciting. So I'll be able to start cracking into that next week. I did more tomato stringing. They're getting pretty crazy. There's so many green tomatoes. I just want them to start turning color soon. I've been able to eat a couple, but it's been like over the past 2 weeks, like a total of 5 tomatoes, and 3 of those were cherries. So it'll be soon. It'll come soon. And then I did have the first mini batch of tomatoes I planted. The stakes I got for them just weren't sturdy enough, and I thought it would be fine because it wasn't that many tomatoes, but they collapsed this week, so I had to repair that, and I didn't do too good of a job. Some tomato branches were damaged in the process, so I'm curious how that'll affect the bounty from that area, but I have 200 other feet of tomatoes that I can harvest from, so I'm not too worried about it. It was fucking annoying though, but yeah, I fixed it. I got a T-post in there, repaired all the damaged irrigation line, and moved on with my life. I was able to do a bit of transplanting this week. I transplanted my amaranth, Mexican mint marigold, yarrow, my marigolds, my zinnias, my chamomile, and my bachelor buttons and my nasturtiums. So big flower week. Elizabeth also helped me with deadheading some cosmos, and we also cleared some more greens, including the bok choy, to make space for more transplanting next week. I did a bit of seeding. I seeded broccoli and also cucumbers, beets, some more sunflowers, some gomphrena, and more cosmos. I also mowed my grape aisles. I'm not doing too much care for any of the fruit on the property just because my full focus is on the vegetables and flowers that I'm growing, but I am doing like minor care, and then over the winter I'm going to be doing a lot of research to kind of bulk up on my fruiting knowledge so that I can take better care of them next year. But mowing them I hadn't looked at them really in a little bit, and they grew quite a bit, but there's already grapes growing. So I don't know how much wine I'll be able to make from it, but I'm hoping it'll at least be enough to make some pretty good Christmas gifts with. I also was able to do more of my vegetable walks. I got a couple tomatoes. The squash is really going off, and so are the cucumbers. Not enough to bring cucumbers to market yet. I was able to bring a little bit of summer squash to market, but in the next few weeks, I'll be able to really have the summer goodies available. Thank God, because market did not go too well this week. And I think 5 different people asked me for cucumbers, and I just didn't have any. And even if I had, if I brought the 3 that I had available, then one person would have bought them all, and I still would have had to say no to 4 other people. So it is what it is. Next year I'll be able to really take advantage of my greenhouse because I'm still working through that permitting process, which is super fun and exciting, and I am really happy about it. God willing, it'll be fixed in 6 months. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. So I'll be able to have things started a bit earlier in the greenhouse, hopefully, and that'll kind of help me get a jump start on having the goods ready in July. I also, when making bouquets this week, I'd been forgetting to condition the flowers after harvesting, which is just basically putting them in your cooler so that they kind of have time to chill and regain their strength after being severed from their mother plant. And then it's better to bouquet them after that. So I did that this week, and I think it did make a difference. It was really hot at market, and the spot where I had the flowers in, half them were getting pretty pummeled by the sun, and I do not think they liked that. So I was able to make 11 bouquets, and I also direct seeded my last round of squash. It was only like to fill in the last little bits of the scallion beds that I'd been pulling from, but I think it'll be a nice little bumper at the end of the season to make sure I have enough to go through the end of my CSA harvest. That's what I did this week, so now it's time for Content Corner. I watched The Devil Wears Prada 2 while I was doing my seeding. It was fine. God, I wish they'd focused more on the younger people. I didn't need it. I don't know. I wanted so much more of Amari, and I wanted more of whoever Caleb Perrin's character was. I don't know. I guess it's like the moral of the story is journalism can save fashion magazines, but I think the issue is that all these corporations are being bought up by the same, like, 4 low-key conservative groups of people. So like I don't know. I get it. It was fine. It was 7 out of 10. I don't know if I'll watch it again. And it made me really want to watch Devil Wears Prada 1 again. And you know what I'll say? Okay, I hate when it's like, let's throw in a love story. Did we need that? Did Anne Hathaway need to find, meet, and have a boyfriend? God, that time could be spent doing anything else. Like, why is that always? It just feels so lazy to me. And it ends up making me be the person who says, I hate love stories. Even though that's not true. But it is, because they're so lazily shoehorned into things to, like, fill time. Whatever. It was a fine movie. I'm glad they made it. I wish it had been a little different. And reading. I finally finished Catabasis, is what I think it's actually called, not Catabasis. I'd say by the end it was like, okay, I like what we're going for. I don't know if it is for me. It was more of a slog for me than any of her other books, and I really love R.F. Kuang. Yeah, I don't know. It was just like pretty hard to get through, and it was just like I couldn't quite figure out the tone. I wanted it to either lean more into fantastical mythology or be more like flippant and kind of the boring reality of like real life. And it was like too much of it wasn't enough of either one, and then they were just kind of merged. I just think the tone confused me, I guess. But now I am reading The Singer's Gun by Emily St. John Mandel, and I also really love her. So I'll let you know how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't take me 2 months to finish. That's what I've been consuming this week. I'll get you back here next week for week 32.